Hey, hi, hello. My name is dis.cat. This is Project Hardcover, where we're letting books be the escape. Hello, lovelies, and today for you I have my April TBR. I have quite a lot of books on this TBR. I'm not 100% positive if I'm going to be able to get to them all, but I like striving for excellence. So I'm just gonna put all these books on here, and if I don't get to them, oh well. This month I have decided to do another kind of themed TBR. I'm doing sequels again. So all of the books that I plan on reading this month are a continuation of a series that I have already started. So with that being said, let's get started. The first book that I plan on reading in the month of April, I've actually already started, and it is The Dark Monk by Oliver Pojic, which I'm sure is not how you pronounce his name, but I have yet to be corrected, and this is the second book in the Hangman's Daughter series. So I read The Hangman's Daughter last year, and it was really, really good. Like, it had a whole bunch of different elements from a whole bunch of my favorite genres and my favorite stories just in this one really epic novel, and it was just really, really great. Basically, these books are historical fiction. They take place in 1660s era Bavaria, and they follow the life of the town's hangman and his family, Jacob Kiesel, I'm not 100% sure. But these books have a lot of action, and they have some old-timey snark to them, and they're crime, mystery, thriller kind of books, which I don't normally like, but I like how it's done in these books, so I'm really excited to get to this one. The second book that I plan on tackling in the month of April is Prodigy by Marie Lu, which is the second book in the Legend trilogy. I read the first book, Legend, in November of last year, and I thought it was pretty good. The story was interesting, the murder mystery twist was a nice little different route for the story to take that I really liked. The romance was a little quick for me, but it didn't distract from the overall novel, and I really, really want to finish the series considering how I own all of the books, and everyone just really, really likes this series, and they say that the books get better and better as they go, so I'm really excited to get to this month. The third book that I plan on tackling in the month of April is Kiss of Life, which is the second book in the Generation Dead trilogy. I'm almost positive it's a trilogy by Daniel Waters. So in February, when I did my rereads month, I reread the first book in this series, Generation Dead, and I still liked it just as much as I did the first time I read it. So I figure it is now time for me to finally continue on with this series. When I was in high school and I read the first book the first time, I never got around to reading the second one, and I just have no idea why. So I'm really excited to finally see, where the giant cliffhanger that the first book ended with goes in this book. The next book that I plan on reading in the month of April, I'm sure so many people are going to be happy about, and it is City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, which is the second book in the Mortal Instruments series. Again, in February when I did my rereads month, I reread City of Bones, and I definitely liked it way more the second time than I did the first time. So now I'm just super duper excited to continue on with this series because, again, like so many other series, people say that this one just gets so much better the further and further in the books you go. So I'm just super excited to read this so I can continue on and then get to City of Glass, which is apparently like the best book in the entire series. I'm really excited about this. The next book that I plan on reading in the month of April, I am also really excited about, and it is Cress by Marissa Meyer, which is the third book in the Lunar Chronicles series. Yes, I am so excited about this, like just so super duper excited. This is the book that like blew everyone's minds last year with how fantastic it was. Like seriously, this was on like every single person's best books of 2014 list. And I really, really love this series, and I love the characters, and everyone says that this is the best book of the series so far, so I am just so excited to get to this and to have my mind blown too, so that I know what everyone has been talking about. I'm really excited. The next book that I plan on reading in the month of April, I'm sure so many of you are going to be like, yes, she's finally getting to this book, and it is Sea of Monsters, which is the second book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series by Rick Riordan. Yes, I finally jumped on the bandwagon and started this series back in November, and I really liked it. The story was adorable and so much fun and so funny, and now I feel it is time to continue on with this series. I want to know why everyone is so obsessed with the series. I mean, the first book was great, but it wasn't, you know, obsession inspiring. So I'm hoping that the more and more time I spend with these characters, the more I'm going to love them, and I'll be able to join in on everyone's grand obsession with this series. The next book that I plan on reading in the month of April, I don't quite have my hands on yet, but I plan on changing that very soon, and it is The Shadows by J.R. Ward, which is the 13th book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. This series is one of my all-time favorites. I love this series. I love this world. I love these characters. It's so complex and thought out, and the writing is wonderful, and just, I love it so much. And I have been just waiting and waiting and waiting for this book. So many things that we have been waiting for to happen in the series is gonna happen in this book, and it's gonna be wonderful, and it's gonna be fantastic, and it's just gonna be so great, and I cannot wait to have it in my grubby little hands and read it. I'm going to devour this book. And the last book that I hope to get to in the month of April, I also don't yet have my hands on, but I am going to be changing that soon, and it is The Wicked Will Rise by Daniel Page, which is the second book in the Dorothy Must Die trilogy. I'm pretty sure it's a trilogy. I read Dorothy Must Die sometime last year, and I really, really liked it. You guys know me here. If it's a really, really dark, gritty, sinister retelling of a nice, happy, classic fairy tale story, I'm gonna love it. And I did. It was done so well. Just the entire world of Oz and the characters that we had come to know and love were just completely unrecognizable in this book. And it was so fantastic, and the book left off in such an infuriating place, so I am really, really excited to get to the next book to see what happens in this god-awful world with these really quirky and interesting characters. And that's it. Those are all of the books that I hope to get to in the month of April. Again, there are quite a lot of them, and they are kind of big, at least most of them, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to all of them, but I am going to try. Miracles have happened. Let me know down below if you have read any of these books. I'm sure you guys have, and tell me how you felt about them. Did you love them? Did you hate them? Which ones do you think I should read first? Leave me all that good stuff down below. As always, thanks you guys for watching. I will see you next time, and remember, books are the escape. It's blooper time! City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, which is the second book in the Mortal Instruments. Really, 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 recycling people? How dare you save the environment? So rude.